Butterfly, how are y'all doing? Good morning, good morning, good morning. How y'all doing on this Teach Yourself Something New Tuesday? You know, I was thinking, on Sundays I normally sit down and I compose my my topics for the week. It just so happens a lot of times they fall in line with the things that are happening in the moment and around me, or certain people I know, or I have people that drop me topics into the DM. Butterfly, you should talk about this. Butterfly, you should talk about this. Well, on this Teach Yourself Something New Tuesday, the first thing I want you to do is hug yourself. Go on and hug yourself, y'all. Do you know? When you hug yourself, you automatically produce a smile. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So hug yourself, y'all. Learn to hug yourself soon as you wake up in the morning. Even if you're laying in bed with your eyes closed, give yourself a big hug. That'll start your day off. You'll see things in life a little bit differently. But what I want to go into talking to this morning is we have to teach ourselves how not to involve ourselves, overly exert and involve ourselves in things that don't belong to us, right? There's a lot of things that don't belong to us. For instance, I was thinking, I was like riding around, and then somebody DM me, and then the thought came, yeah, this is true. Sometimes we are fighting a fight that they're not fighting. Do you get that? Sometimes we are fighting a fight that they're not even fighting for themselves. And so here we are, we injecting ourselves into the fight. We injecting ourselves into their uncertainty. Today, I encourage you to teach yourself, add to the list of things that you're teaching, to teach ourselves, teach us how not to inject ourselves in places that we no longer, that we should have never been. Right? We should have never been. The way we can do that is we got to set goals and reach our own goals. We got to set goals and reach our own goals. We got to take care of our own house. Like for me, for instance, I tell people all the time, I have my mom is still with us. Thank God, thank God. My mom, I have 3 children and I have 5 grandchildren. I really don't have time for anything else. I don't have time with, with this person is doing it, that person is doing. Now, don't get me wrong, I add people into my mix. But when they're adding into my mix gets to be a lot of friction, and I see that people not doing what they need to do for themselves, but they want me to do it. They want me to show up. They want me. No. And I'm guilty. So I know. Go on and sit back. Sit back and watch the movie. Allow these folks and these places and these people and these things, all this stuff that think that you need to be involved, that you need to be in that circle of this chaos and confusion. Come on, step away from it. Teach ourselves how to sit down and mind our own business. And then we wonder why we have to wind up getting back to being us. That's because we've allowed our energy and our time and our space to be depleted. And now that we're depleted, those same people that we were fighting a fight for that wasn't fighting for themselves are still in that same fight. And now we're in a fight to reclaim who we are, to reclaim our voice, to reclaim our stance, to reclaim our peace, to reclaim our tranquility, our long time, our growth time, because that's what it equates to. All the stuff that we spend time, place, people exerting to others and giving to others means that's less time that we've exerted and gave to ourselves. We haven't put that into ourselves. Y'all, come on now, walk with me. Our job in here in the morning, when you come in Butterfly's Creative Cafe, when you come in here with Butterflyy the book, baby, our job is to just keep this at a normal, healthy pace, right? That's our job. That's our job, y'all. The more that we get off of that or get off our peg or go into another realm of being somebody else's superhero, we find ourselves losing bits and pieces. That's a new thing for me. We find ourselves losing bits and pieces because a lot of times we don't lose it all at once. And because we don't lose it at all at once, we don't see that we're losing it, but we are. Because that's how the world is. That's how the world is made. It's bits and pieces so that you don't see the destruction. You don't see the bad path you're going down. You don't see the negativity in it because it's feeding it to you a little bit at a time. It's not force feeding it to you, which is good. Because when they force feed things to us, yeah, it's immediate destruction. It's immediate collapse. They're giving it to us in bits and pieces, and those bits and pieces feel so good to us that we there for it, We there for it. We gonna be there for it. We gonna do what we can. We gonna, we going forward. We're not knowing that we're just steadily going forward until we get to the end of this cliff. And then once we're at the end of the cliff, what we gonna do? What we gonna do? Teach yourself on this Tuesday to not push your way, volunteer your way, because that's how it happens a lot of times. We volunteer our services, we volunteer our time, we volunteer our space. That's just like if we sit in here and we say, well, I know such and such got this to do, and I have this to do, but I'm not in a bad way right now, so I don't have to do this. Let me go see if I can help such and such with this. Or let me go see if I can take them out of a slump. Or let me go see if I could, get them from between the four walls. And let me tell you something. There's nothing wrong with helping people come from between the four walls. If you got a friend that's going through a depression, you got a life, trauma, death, grief, all of these things, it's okay. I'm not talking about those things. Don't get it twisted. I'm not talking about things that are considered an emergency. I'm talking about things that are not your emergency. They are not your problem. They are not your solution. That's not you. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about being people's secret keeper. Being their shoulder to cry on. Being their sounding board when you yourself are not in a position to keep secrets. I have my very first book I talked about, it's just about addiction and codependency. I talked about not being able to hold sweet water. Don't tell me. Old folks used to say that. Not being able to hold sweet water. Don't tell me. Because, I don't know how to hold sweet water. And sometimes you do, and sometimes you don't. And sometimes I will, and sometimes I won't. But don't tell it to me if it's a secret, and I'm supposed to be holding it, because there'll be times when I don't remember. People are not always malicious when they deliver information. We can deliver information unknowingly, unsuspectingly. You understand? Stop thinking everybody is malicious, everybody's haters, everybody's backbiters. Stop thinking that that's not the case. The case sometimes is simply that we have to teach ourselves not to get involved at all, so we won't have to worry about being a secret keeper. We won't have to worry about being the shoulder to crown. We won't have to worry about being that person's sounding board. Because what happens is, when we do that, we lose so much of ourselves in the process. Not everybody. Because what I say, I tell you all the time, I come here for you. I come here for me. I come here for me. I come here for you. What I say and the way I deliver my encouragement, my motivation to other people might not be encouragement and motivation. But that's why I have a podcast called Life and Bullshit. Take what you need and leave the rest on the floor. Everything I say, not law. I'm just sharing things that have helped me, that I know could have helped other people, and could as well help you, right? So that's what I'm doing. I'm not pushing anything on anybody. If Butterflyy says something that do not represent who you are in that moment, don't take it. Leave that on the floor. Leave it where it be. You understand? I'm not mad at it. My voice is not for everybody. Everybody don't like this Southern girl, this drawl I have, the way I talk, the way I present it. Sometimes we can present stuff and people not be ready for the presentation. That's quite all right. I'm still going to come in here for the people that I know, people who are in my DM, people that ask me to talk about certain things. Because at the same time, our goal is to protect ourselves. And when other people are involving you in certain things, it's not protection. Y'all forgive me when my eyes are all over, because I'm recording on 2 different devices. And so I'm trying to make sure that I at least try to, because I need a tech person. I'm going to get me a tech person. You know what? I keep saying somebody reach out to me, but I'm going to have to reach out to somebody and just ask them to help me figure out how to set up my studio so that my eyes won't be over there or over here or up there. Down there, because they will be. But anyway, it's a form of protection, y'all. When I tell you teach yourself something new, when I say make love to yourself, when I say work on yourself, when I say think about it, when I say fight for yourself, all of those are teaching and a teaching mechanism that help us protect ourselves. Because you got to realize when we engage in other people's traumas, grief, disappointments, depression, we are not protecting ourselves. And sometimes they dumping all this stuff in our lap and they don't realize they're not protecting us. They can't protect us because they're not protecting themselves. They don't know how to do that. They haven't arrived at being their own safety net. Hug yourself, hug yourself, hug yourself, baby, because ooh, she just said a thing then. I don't know if I'm just patting myself on the back or I'm just hugging myself, but she just said a thing then, baby. Protection. We need that hedge of protection around us when we're being there for other people. And that protection means that we understand that sometimes we have to sit back and watch the movie and protect ourselves. That's all that means. It don't mean that we're mean. It don't mean that we're rude. It don't mean that we're selfish. It don't mean any of those things. It just means from time to time we have to step back and we have to say, you know what? This is not where I need to be. Teach yourself something new on this Tuesday. Teach yourself how not to interject, volunteer, impose yourself into other people's time. Sometimes people have to work it out on their own, right? Sometimes we have to work it out on our own. Now, I ain't talking about letting the people drown. So don't come on and say, Butterflyy, always somebody letting people drown. No, I'm not. I'm just saying, let people live. Let people live. Teach people how to live, just like with parents. And I know because I'm a parent and I have a daughter, I have to learn to let her live. She don't listen. We supposed to be going out of town. I tell her to get everything together. We still not going to make it out of town when we supposed to. We not going to make it to the highway when we supposed to. I know this. And so I had to woosah in order to know that I'm going to be there as a support. But I know at this point in time in my life and in her life, we won't be able to go places together. We can't go on vacations together all the time. We can't go to the grocery store together all the time. We won't be able to do that because I have to learn to let her live. And by letting her live, that means I'm protecting myself. I'm protecting this here from irregular heartbeats, you know, because she's doing it her way and not my way. So yeah, we gotta let things happen the way they happen, y'all. This is your girl Butterflyy, y'all. It is Teach Yourself Something New Tuesday. What I want you to do is remember that life is about letting people live. Teach ourselves how to let people live. Stay out of it. Stay out of it. Even when you can't stay away, stay out of it. Because we can't always stay away. You know, it might be our cousin. It might be our, you know, we build these blood bonds and these life bonds. And sometimes we can't stay away, but we got to stay out of it. Sometimes we just have to be that person that they lean into instead of fall into. You don't want people to always be falling into you. Yes, lean into me every now and then, but lean into me when I'm available for the lean. When I'm available for the lean, y'all. There's so many topics when I start talking. There's so many different layers to, you know, to each topic. It's layers because you don't want to try and give it all at one time. But then when you break it down, the person may not come back for the next session when you're talking about it. That's why I also offer one-on-one coaching sessions. It's called Voice Revival. If you need help reviving your voice after you've been through some traumatic issues, grief, depression, whatever it is, I offer those in a private setting, in a group setting. Those classes are $200 for an 8-week course. Not a lot of money. When you break it down, it's $25 a week, right? Which is basically $25 an hour because I spend an hour with you every week for 8 weeks. And we go through a whole workbook session and training session on how to get you where you need to be. Reclaiming your voice. Because we lose our voice. We don't think we do, but we lose our voices through divorce, All kind of stuff. We will lose relationship breakup, not even a divorce. Sometimes it's just a breakup of a situationship, and we tend to go into these shells. So I talk about the transformative journey of reclaiming your voice, getting back to the person that you were, or getting back to the person that you've always needed to be for yourself, but you were not. So on this Teach Yourself Something New Tuesday, go ahead and check out my bio, check out my drop page, check out my digital store. There's a lot of products in there that can help assist you, guide you along the journey, even if you don't want the one-on-one coaching sessions that I offer. It really is about reality and living life to the full, living our life to the best of our ability. That's what it's about, y'all. So I'm gonna go on and let y'all go. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it is. Go on and get you a slice of pizza. Go on and get you a slice of pizza. When that red gravy settle on your stomach. Oh, baby, and it will settle. Go on and get you some ice cream, because ice cream makes everything better. I believe that. I eat ice cream every day. I take time out my day to get this ice cream cone, a cup, and I just sit there and I enjoy it. Take my time. When I'm enjoying it, I have not a care in the world. You should try it. Get you a cup of ice cream. And by the time you didn't eat it and it's not melted, if you let it melt, that means that you didn't do the right thing with ice cream. If you let it melt, that means you ain't do the right thing with the ice cream, y'all. Go on and get you some ice cream. Once that milk settle on your stomach, go on and get you a little drink. Now, I know it's Tuesday, but it's Taco Tuesday. And so, tacos, if you're going to eat taco, you're going to have a little drink with it, y'all. But everybody, make sure y'all get some water. Get whatever is pleasing to your palate. You know what I'm saying? Stay hydrated, because it's cold. It's hot out there. I wish it was cold. It's hot out there, y'all. We need to stay hydrated, protect ourselves, I come in here for you. As I said, I come in here for me. I come in for me. I come in for you. Because don't nobody have to lift us, gift us, protect us, nurture us, support us, but us. And the thing about it is, when people see you doing all of those things for yourself, they'll come in and do them too. When people see you not doing those things, they will not do them too. Nobody's going to show up to your party if you're not showing up to your party. So you got to put this thing together so that when people see it, they be like, oh, yeah, I want to be there. Oh, yeah, I want to be there. Oh, yeah, let me get there. Let me show her some kind of love, okay? And in the process of that, just don't lose yourself. Don't lose yourself in other people's traumas, in other people's day, in other people's journey, in other people's walk of life. So that way we'll never feel we are unappreciated, underappreciated, not loved, not protected, not nurtured, all of those things. This is your girl Butterflyy, y'all. I will see y'all tomorrow for Teach Yourself Something New Tuesday. No, I will not. I will see y'all tomorrow, because today is Teach Yourself Something New Tuesday. I will see y'all tomorrow for Work On and For Yourself Wednesday. Yay! Let me get this right, because, baby, it is not good when you don't know what you're doing. I love y'all because it's agape. It's in my DNA, y'all. I'm supposed to. You understand? Don't forget to take care of you. Y'all, make sure you protect your surroundings. There's a lot of stuff going on these days, and it's going on quick and fast. You understand? So make sure you check your surroundings, protect yourself from outside elements as best we can, y'all. This is your girl Butterflyy, and I will see you tomorrow for Work On and For Yourself Wednesday. All right.